Hi, this is Randy Ewert of CT Sped Math Dude. I want to take a moment to talk to you about math, in particular math as a language, and how this is important and useful, more so than most of us realize. So first of all, I would say pause the video and read this cartoon. Okay, so this cartoon kind of represents what happens with the way students do math. They go through the steps, they get a result, but they have no idea what that result means. The focus was just on doing steps. And what I suggest is math is used for the opposite reason, which is understanding what's going on, and then the steps can be somewhat negotiable. The key to that point is understanding the ideas associated with math. So let's unpack that. The power of the invention of the printing press by Gutenberg is that it helped make language and words available to the general population. Eventually, it took time. And with those words and language came ideas, because words and language communicates ideas. Well, we know that in general when we read. Well, the same thing happens with math. Math is used to convey ideas associated with numbers. And we see that all over the place. We just don't think about it in those terms. So let's think about it in those terms. So buying something like a new phone and paying a monthly service, that's not only that just math, that's algebra, because you don't know how many monthly payments you'll make. And that's an essence of what algebra is. And so we see situations like this, or buying pizza with some toppings, or pumping gas, or understanding a time schedule for the bus or the subway. And the math involved with that helps convey ideas that are important to us, like how much does this cost? What is the value? So I suggest that we need to approach math as a language that conveys ideas about the world around us. And these ideas are quantity oriented. They deal with numbers. So we need a way of organizing our thoughts about numbers. This is an artifact from a session I had with a former client, where I was introducing him to algebra and also introducing him to the idea of math representing ideas that involve quantities or numbers. And so this is also the approach that I use to make math meaningful and accessible to students in general. So this is how it works. I presented the student with a common situation, which was buying a car. I explained to him the details of buying a car so that he understood, he had some idea. And then I said, you figure out the monthly payment. So at first he made a mistake, and then eventually he got it right. And so here's his work mistake. He got it right. And then after that, I said, well, let me show you the mathy way of doing this problem. Now, and that was the entry point for him to understand the algebra. But it also, the purpose of this and of having this formal math is that sometimes we need formal language to be sharp in how we communicate ideas and to solve problems in terms of math. Now, he could solve this problem without the algebra stuff and just use his calculator, but there are problems that exist out there that require something higher than just using the calculator, and algebra is one example. And so the idea is we need higher level of math, we need the math language at a higher level to help us solve the bigger ideas and problems that exist, just like we need formal English to communicate in more formal settings. When it's informal, we can use text language, IDK or OMG, or we can use slang, or we can use phrases instead of complete sentences. But when we're trying to convey important information, we're going to have complete sentences that are coherent and paragraphs that make sense and they're structured properly with the punctuation. Same with the mathy stuff. We need that for certain situations, and that's why we learn math. Let me just revise what I just said for a second. We also need informal math because it's just quantitative thinking and reasoning is important as well. But we do need the formal math to solve these bigger problems. On my blog, CT Sped Math Dude, I actually have a post addressing this. You can find the link in the description in the YouTube, under the YouTube video here. And if you have any comments or questions, you want to reach me, you can put comments in the YouTube video page, or you can go to my website and you can contact me there. Thanks for watching.